Guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm still your boy FS Wizard. So today I'll be teaching you guys top-down analysis. So as you can see on the screen here, we have a bearish continuation structure, and then we have a bullish continuation structure. So that's what we are going to tackle today. So let's go right into the chart without wasting much of your time. So as you can see here, we have this is a yearly structure. As you can see on DXY, which is dollar, we have a lower high, then we have a lower low. This lower high made a lower low, like it gave us a BMS that took out this recent lower low before giving us another lower low, which means market is bearish. So as you can see on DXY, market is bearish, and this thing happened in 1999 before this market start to push up. But all this, let me so that you could see clear. Thank you. But all this bullish movement here is just a retracement to this recent lower high. So all this bullish movement is just a retracement, and market have bounced to this supply zone on this recent lower high. So we're expecting another push down for us to have another lower low. So this might take decades, might take years for it to happen, but at least we have a clue of what is going to happen on DXY. So let's continue to move down to the time frames. On 6 months time frame structure, as you can see, the same thing is happening on 6 months time frame. Let's move a little bit down. On 3 months, as long as market and bounce to this supply zone, to this recent supply zone, so we should be expecting a bearish move. And for us to confirm that we are going to have another lower low here, we need a bearish structure. For us to confirm that we are going to continue bearish, we need here to be taken out. So if market could take out this recent higher low that made a higher high that bounced at our supply zone, if market could take it out, then we know that market, or we have seen our confirmation, our strong confirmation for the dollar to keep on pushing down. And this might take months. It might take months. That's why we need to know the clue before we can trade from the lower time frame. Then on monthly time frame, remember, we are still waiting for this area to be taken out. But on monthly time frame, we have a higher low here, we have a higher high, right? Then we have a higher low, then we have a lower high. And this lower high made a low, like it took out this recent higher low. And this higher low supposed to give us a higher high, but unfortunately, it couldn't give us a higher high. Rather, it trade down to break this area, which means you have a shift in the market structure. That's SMS, shift in the market structure. But we are still waiting for this area. We are still waiting for our confirmation, like a good and strong confirmation, a bearish confirmation. But that doesn't mean that we should ignore this particular bearish confirmation, because as long as here is a higher low and here is a lower high, and we have a change of character, it means that we have a bearish participant in the market. So on monthly time frame, we have a bearish participant in the market. Then let's continue to push down. So the reason why I was expecting market to bounce to this area to continue this bearish move is because we have a BMS here, and these people right here, this supply zone here was responsible for this BMS. They were responsible for this BMS. So we are expecting market to bounce at this source of the move, because here is the source of the move that created this BMS. So we are expecting market to bounce at this source of the move and give us a bearish continuation move. So on weekly time frame, as you can see here is the higher time frame zone. But on weekly time frame, we have a decision zone. Here is the recent lower high that made this lower low. And this lower low took out this significant zone here. So we're expecting market to bounce to this area. That's if they could not be able to get to this monthly time frame supply zone. So we're expecting market to bounce to this weekly time frame zone and continue to give us a bearish move. So that's what we are expecting. At least we have seen the clue, like we have the clue of what is going to happen. This will take months, but at least we have the clue of what is going to happen. Now let's go to the 4 hours time frame. So on 4 hours time frame, what are we still seeing? We are still seeing a bearish move. We do not have any bullish sign, because for this market to retrace to this area, we need a change of character or a sign of weakness, because market can't just move to this area. That's more than a thousand pips. So we need some participants, and those participants is what we are going to be trading. That's if we see the reason to take this retracement. But right now, there is no reason for a retracement, for a bullish retracement to, sorry, for a bearish retracement to this area, and it's going to come in a bullish form. It's going to come in a bullish form. So we do not have any reason to buy. Rather, the market is currently bearish. So we continue from what the market is showing us. Let's go to the 3 hours. On 3 hours, as you can see, we have this recent lower high here. We have this lower low here. We have this lower high here. We have this lower low here. So we're expecting market to, then we have a sign of weakness. So we're expecting market to give us a strength recovery. So once we see a strength recovery here, market should come and take out this recent lower high and bounce to this supply zone to continue the bearish move. So that's what we are expecting this week. So we're expecting a bearish continuation structure this week. But if market did not give us a bearish continuation, market should give us a real change of character, a real bullish change of character for this retracement to happen. Let me show you the retracement I'm talking about, because so market should give us a change of character on 4 hours time frame for us to know that this retracement is going to happen. But as long as market did not, or market is yet to give us a retracement, then it means that this market might still push down a little bit before we can see a sign of weakness or a change of character for this retracement, because every impulsive move must have a retracement. This is the rule of the structure. Even if it is just a small retracement, but there must be a retracement. So as you can see here, after taking this low out, we do not have any retracement. So we are expecting a retracement. If it does not happen this week, then we continue to push down. But if it wants to happen, there will be a sign in the market, and that sign is change of character, a bullish change of character, or a sign of weakness on H4. So let's see what EURUSD is saying. So on EURUSD, as you can see, this is yearly chart. As you can see, this is yearly chart. So this is a recent higher low, and this is a higher high. A market have bounced to this recent higher low demand zone. So we're expecting market to give us another higher high here. This will take decades, but at least we have a clue of what is going to happen. Then let's shift to 6 months. So on 6 months, it's still showing us the same thing. Let's shift to 3 months. So on 3 months, as you can see, seems I will delete all these things. Let me delete it. Yeah, thank you. As you can see, you have a recent lower high. You have a recent lower high here, then we have a lower low here, and market should, if we are going to continue to push up, that's if this market is going to continue buying, we should take out this particular recent low high here. And once we take out this particular recent low high here, it means that the current structure on 3 months time frame or 6 months time frame, the current structure is now bullish. And once the current structure becomes bullish, it means that the current participants in the market are bullish. So when buying, you are in the right direction. So that's what we're expecting. We're expecting it to happen. This might take like 3 months, 4 months chart or so, but at least you have a clue of what is going to happen. So let's go to 1 month time frame. So on 1 month, and just delete all these things. Since market advanced to this demand zone on yearly time frame, you're expecting a bullish structure. And as you can see what happened here, you have this lower high here. We have this lower high here. We have this lower low, right? We have this lower high here. We have this lower low. Then we have a lower high. Then we have a higher low. Because this recent lower high here could not be able to give us a lower low, like it could not be able to take out this recent lower low, and rather it gave us a higher low, and this higher low trade up to give us a BMS. That means we have a change of character. That's SMS. We have a change of structure in the market. So since we have a change of structure in the market, it means that we are having a bullish participant. But for us to fully confirm the bullish participant is if they could take out this recent low high, then we have a strong confirmation. But for now, we have a change of character. It means that many bullish participants are in the market and they could be able to take out this recent lower high. Then we are going bullish. So let's continue. And if since we take out this recent lower high, we are expecting market to bounce to this source of the move, because this is the source of the move that created this BMS. So we are expecting market to give us a retracement to this source of the move before it continues pushing up. Now let's go to weekly time frame. On weekly time frame, you have this higher low. This is the recent high low. That's the decision zone that created this BMS. So we're expecting market to bounce to this zone and continue pushing up. That's if they could not be able to bounce to this particular source of the move. Then we should be expecting market to continue this bullish move from this decision zone. Let's continue. On daily time frame, it's still the same thing. The chart is still bullish on daily time frame. Still the same thing. Look here, because some people might be thinking, why didn't I mark this zone? Since this is the recent higher low that created the BMS on H4, that's 4 hours time frame. So here is the recent higher low. I did not mark it not because we have this trend line liquidity. No, not because we have this trend line liquidity. Rather because if market should give you this strong impulsive move that take out this strong zone, that means we should be looking to have a deep retracement for this market to gather strength before they could not be able to push this market up. So that's the reason why I did not mark this zone. Anything can happen here, anything can happen at this zone, but it might be a reaction. And even to this zone, it might be a reaction. My main zone for me to buy this market is this particular zone here. Is this particular zone here the source of the move? That's once market bounce here, I know that the market have successfully gathered enough strength to push the market, because where we are going is very, very far. Where we're going is very, very far. So we need a strong strength. We need a strong strength, a solid strength for us to push the market up. So let's continue. That's a higher time frame analysis, a higher time frame top down analysis. But let us see if we could have any entry this week, because all those things that we just did might not be able to happen this month, even next month. Some of them, like all those yearly time frame analysis, those ones might happen like in 10 years time or so. So we shouldn't be waiting for market like that. You should know how to do top down analysis from yearly to 1 minute, so that we could be getting intraday trade, position trade, even swing trades. So that is it. So since we are expecting a retracement, like as a trader, you shouldn't be expecting this market to do something you want. Just follow the market whenever it's doing what it's doing. So despite that we have a BMS, a strong BMS here, that doesn't mean that we should be that doesn't mean that we should be selling. No, we can sell only when we see a reason to sell. So right now we do not have any reason to sell. We only have a reason to continue this bullish move. We do not have any reason to sell. So here we're expecting market to bounce here and continue to push up, because we do not have any reason to sell. So we're expecting market to bounce here and continue to push up. That's this week. So this is what we are expecting this week. Since we have a, let me use 2 hours so that you understand everything that I'm saying. Since we have a sign of weakness on the trend, as you can see, guys, all the whole time frames are bullish. But on 2 hours time frame, we have this higher high, higher low, higher high. So we have a sign of weakness. So we need a strength recovery. As for them to recover strength, we need here to be taken out as a strength recovery to bounce to this zone and continue to push up. The reason why, even after taking out the strong higher time frame, this strong higher time frame zone, even after taking out, and we are still buying instead of looking to sell. The reason we are still buying is because we are here to see any sign of weakness on the trend. So since we do not see any sign of weakness on the trend, it means that the particular participants are still in control. So we still follow them on whatever thing they are doing. And we are also here to see a change of character. That's a bearish change of character for the retracement to happen. So since we are here to see these two things, then we continue doing what the market is doing. That's we continue the movement, which is the bullish movement, because all the time frames are bullish. So we continue doing whatsoever thing they are doing. So that is it. That's how to do your top-down analysis. So as you can see, guys, just give me a follow, because we are going to drop a lot of knowledge in this channel. Thank you, guys, and have a nice day. Still your boy FS Wizard. Follow, subscribe, share, and like. Thank you, guys.